Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 30 of the Red Force Podcast. My name is Eric Tolato. Joining me today is Christian Tolato.
Correct.
Christian, 21st anniversary of One Piece.
That's right.
Thoughts? What a show.
You know, I've heard a heap of things this week
Yeah.
that One Piece is 80% done.
Oh my god.
What does that give us? That gives us 5 years.
Well, I guess we really have
The
nowhere.
estimate.
We guess we really have nowhere to talk about this. So, Christian, there was an interview that's been going on in Japan, I believe, during the anniversary. Oda's been doing some interviews, reported on by Kotaku, apparently.
Yep.
Given the translations, Oda says 80% done. Comments, thoughts.
This
Opinions.
lines up with the 65% done.
Okay.
I think Oda knows when it's ending.
I think Christian's theory of Wano being one of the last
The
arcs
final war arc.
is probably real.
Because here's the thing, right? If it is 80% done, that means Wano, massive war arc,
Yeah.
Elbaf, mini arc,
Talking like
and then the final war.
Talking like a Zoro.
Zoro for maybe 40 chapters, something small.
Right.
And then the final war.
Okay.
So that's 2 wars back to back. Come on. I already said this. It's not gonna be exciting having the second war. Because you've already seen people go all out. You've already seen Kaido. You've already seen Big Mom. The last arc has to be versus Blackbeard.
What do you do with the Navy and the Revolutionaries?
Well,
Do you just leave them on the table?
you just leave him there for 1PZ.
This is my problem, Christian. Oda, there's some weird math going on all the time.
The 65% back, what before Dressrosa? Around Dressrosa?
65, something like that, around Dressrosa.
It was like in the middle of Dressrosa.
This is
Dressrosa finishes,
yeah.
70% done. Zo,
Whole
What?
cake.
70,
80%.
Zo's whole cake add up to 80%. Wano, another 10%. Elbaf,
Do you think this percentage refers to as time left or
arcs left.
percentage of
Story done. It's gotta be
of
arcs.
specific settings or arcs or something?
It's gotta be arcs. I'm not saying it's length, I'm saying it's arcs.
Right. So the final arc could be 1,000 chapters, but
But
that
A
counts as
percentage.
10% of the narrative.
of
As it were.
the chunks. Because let's just say Oda planned, what's an easy number? Like
There's a
20
few questions
20
like this
parts.
in the question corner, so we'll eventually get it.
Let's just say Oda plans 20 parts.
There's a few questions in there how long do you think the series is gonna last?
Yeah.
How many arcs do you think are left? So we'll get to that in the question corner. Christian, we have a chapter this week.
A
9-12.
bonus chapter.
And a bonus chapter with Sanji doing some good shit.
That's right.
The usual shit, power scale, whatever. How strong is Shanks, etc. Christian, shall we get into the chapter?
We shall.
Christian 9-12
Mm-hmm.
lit the community, the fan base, up and brought them out of their early shallow graves. Everyone's around, theories are arriving, who's stronger than who, etc., etc.
I mean,
This lines up perfectly with what we've been saying, by the way.
here's the thing you didn't mention.
Yes.
The Oro, Jackson, Nakama, thread.
So give me cancer with that
Exploded.
shit, dog.
People love that shit. People love that shit.
Do you want to go through the chapter first, or you want to talk
Go,
about Otama?
when Otama does her shit, we'll talk about that.
Alright.
Alright. First, we open up with a colour spread.
Nice
A
colour
very
spread.
good colour spread. Better than the week before.
How is Frankie jumping with those tire treads?
You know, just got that extra
Just throwing
springiness.
it out there,
Well, their legs, I don't know. It's Frankie. Alright? He's a robot. He's a cyborg. You can't accept Then he can jump
Sanji swimming, Blue Rock, 5,000 meters water pressure, all that.
Confirmed.
Indeed.
That
Robin on a horse.
confirmed.
What's Zoro doing? Baseball.
Yeah.
There's 3 baseball bats. I don't know if
that's not regulation. That's definitely not regulation. That's
Luffy's doing judo or karate or something.
probably judo.
You know, we're here. Straw hats.
Is Brooke playing soccer?
Is this a thing about the Olympics in Japan, or is this just like sports?
Yeah, because it says onwards to 2020.
Okay.
So, Monkey D gonna be the mascot.
There's a fair few characters for
The main mascot. It's gonna be Monkey D.
Yeah.
Because it is the best-selling manga.
Olympus set to return next week, or when we have a chapter.
Can we please stop with the Olympus?
I kind of wanted to see where it goes now.
It's done.
We're invested so heavily in it.
Olympus is a nice guy. That's all we get. Alright. Moving into the chapter. Ace is dead. Straight off the bat.
Luffy.
No fucking around from Oda.
Good.
No bullshit cliffhanger. We have to wait 5 weeks. Luffy is dead. Love to see it.
People say Luffy doesn't grow as a character. There's some good growth.
Some good growth.
People say, you know, it's too cold, it's too harsh, he's maybe not showing his emotions because maybe he's hiding them. I think he's moved on.
He hasn't moved on. He'll never move on.
He'll never move on, but I think he's accepted it.
He's being cold. Look at his face. It's zero emotion. It's not serious. It's zero emotion. I don't know about Zero. His eyebrows aren't crossing over his eyes. His eyes look dead. He's having no emotion here. He's just saying it outright. I think he's being very reserved, very straight to the point with it.
Well, we see these rare events with Luffy where he's serious at times, where he's straight to the point and not fucking around.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments. And
you can't really get an emotion from this panel. It's so neutral. It's serious, but it's neutral.
I don't know about neutral.
He's not angry. He's not upset.
Well, it is what it is. That's the way Luffy kind of is with, like, emotional things. With, like, big decisions or, like, things that some people would think are inappropriate to say.
He always says the inappropriate thing. But I think
What do you think? Do you think he's accepted Ace's death and moved on as a character, or is he still holding it?
He'll never lose it. Right? His brother's dead.
Yeah, but we won't see him collapse in a heap the way we saw him the first time.
He's past that phase.
Yes.
But BB comes out there, flying around.
I mean, talking shit. Luffy's gonna go in.
On Ace. No doubt. Luffy's gonna get baited.
And what? Lose?
And kick the shit out of Blackbeard.
We have many reasons to hate Blackbeard.
Yeah. And
this is one of
the
them.
taunting will happen. So, don't think he's completely over it. I don't think he ever will.
Is this the last we'll see about Ace, Christian, in the flashbacks? We've got more to come.
We got way more to come.
Because I was saying feats, I was going over the top. Do you think we'll get that? Or is it just more... Ace is a good guy. Remember Ace, he was in the story.
Alright, so o-tama gets knocked out from this news. She's upset. Tengu Yama of the Hitetsu scolds Luffy for being too blunt. Mm-hmm. Which Oda clearly wants you to think. You know, Luffy does not give a fuck. You know, Ace is never returning.
Yeah.
You know, why bother waiting? He's not coming back.
It's not fair to her to wait for him to come back.
Yeah. So, you know, we get some flavor information about the village. Drake destroyed the village 1 year ago. His title was a headliner. He defeated 5 samurais. Now, some people are upset.
Okay.
For many reasons. Drake, not a calamity.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely not a calamity because past tense. But, do we believe he's a calamity? No.
I went off of Twitter a little bit about this.
Yeah.
Why would Oda go out of his way to mention Drake as a calamity? I mean, a headliner.
Mm.
And then reveal to us later that he's a calamity.
Just confused.
When he didn't need to mention Drake at all.
He didn't need to mention the title.
Didn't need to mention Drake at all. It was unnecessary.
I think he could have mentioned Drake, but he didn't have to mention the title.
Didn't have to mention the title, and if you wanted that surprise, You reveal Drake's in the Kaido army. You reveal you don't even mention that he's there. That's a bigger surprise when he turns out to be a Calamity.
So Drake...
Not trying to play there if he is a Calamity.
Now, people think headline is a weak because Sheep's Head's a headliner.
Or whatever.
But it's a nebulous title. It doesn't denote strength.
It's like saying, like, Oven's weak because he's just a family member.
It's like saying Garb's weak because he's a vice admiral.
Yeah.
That's what it's like saying.
There's only a certain amount of positions in the Kaido Calamity crew.
And again, Kaido is not giving one of his top positions to a new person.
Yeah.
Alright? They're top positions, the people he trusts.
Okay.
Alright. Also, the samurai are weak. Well, they're not strong. They're not Zoro level as people wanted them to be.
Every samurai Zoro level.
People wanted the samurai to be Zoro level.
I'm sure they're around like Kinemon or whatever. Whatever that means.
So like...
I don't think they're like a big deal.
Kinda okay.
They're probably like...
Kinda like pacifista level.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause they can cut steel, they got haki, yeah, maybe a little higher.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, whatever. You know?
The samurai get demolished by Drake.
Yes.
Some might say we don't know the circumstances, but this is clearly a hype piece for Drake, and we'll never see that flashback.
Do you think we'll get Luffy clash with Drake and take offense to Drake's situation?
Here's the thing. Drake, savagery.
Yes.
Goes in there, destroys the village, kills the people, leaves the village in ruin. Now, not a very good guy. If this is the plan to infiltrate, be part of the group, you know, maybe he's doing it for the greater good.
What if it turns out he's hiding all those people that he pretended to kill?
It's been like a year.
Nonsense.
Whatever. Alright? Drake, savage. Now, there's theories out there
Yes.
that Drake and Law hatched this plan up where Drake
Did they meet?
infiltrated Kaido. This is all before Luffy met
Okay.
Law.
So this is off screen.
During the time skip, a
Oh.
year ago, Drake Law, because they have that connection with their childhood.
Doflamingo, yeah.
Doflamingo connection, the Oppo Oppo no Mi event.
Mm-hmm.
They have this connection. Law's like, I'll destroy the Smile Factory, you infiltrate Kaido, get me that intel, all that kind of shit.
I mean,
Maybe this can bring Law back into the fold, give him some motivation, give him all that kind of stuff.
my next from Sky Island, you know what I mean?
That's true.
There's no... It's possible. It could happen, but like...
I kind of like it because it gives Law some motivation to be here. Because he hatched a plan.
But what's the offense?
Saw the plan.
What is Law's goal?
Well, if he planned this from the start, then Kaido is his actual goal.
Why?
Because
Does he want to be the Pyro
series.
King? Does he want to disrupt the world with chaos and shit?
yes,
Is that
Remember
a good
him,
motive? Do I like Law?
Shiboni.
That's the question I'm asking myself. I don't know. I don't really feel anything about Law.
yeah, because he's just all edge.
He is the slowest character in One Piece.
Well, that's an opinion.
Christian.
Alright. So
Content-
all that kind of stuff from that one page.
Yes.
All right. So the only prosperous place is the flower capital,
Where the other straw
where
hats
all the
were.
straw hats are.
We assume anyway.
Everywhere else is a wasteland. Apparently,
Yep.
might be like some small villages.
Perfect for a battle, Christian.
Perfect for a battle.
Open plains, Dragon Ball Z style.
That's what we need.
Beautiful.
So, Ace flashback 4 years ago. Space pirate ship got washed up just like the Sunny.
Okay.
So it's just the actual way to get into Wano.
Maybe
Or like
this
a dangerous
specific
way.
route puts you on this beach.
Yeah, the dangerous way to get into Wano.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so after they got captured by the village, they got captured, they let themselves get captured. They get tied up, the village eats all their food, and then, Ace is like, where's the dessert? Ace is a nice guy, Ace is the best guy, but too bad he's dead. Alright, so Luffy's gonna take o-tama to a doctor because of the poisonous water. Alright, he gets his kimono. Finally.
Okay.
And he's top knot. But he wants to wear that armor, which he will wear against Kaido.
Indeed. And then proceed to bust out of it when he goes into Gear 4. But we'll get that Luffy and Samurai armor. Don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
That's 100%
We need to
happening.
sell that merch.
Alright.
And that material.
Tengu says he has allies
Yes.
that will give him free food and free medical care. Now, is there a revolutionary
Leader.
force boiling under the surface in Wano?
Who was that blonde-haired guy that Oda drew for that celebration?
Who knows?
Do we think he has any relevance? Is he a real character?
Is he the classic Japanese trope of the white samurai, the outsider samurai?
Maybe.
That's the god. It's
Clearly,
the
Kazuki sympathizers are in Wano.
Yeah.
Interesting to think about how many forces are there. Kinemon says we don't have that many.
Sounds like it's a small underground force. Maybe there's some ninja in there. Maybe there's some small groups. But overall, who knows how many
It's not a
people
big
there.
enough effort to do
It's not a
anything.
massive army that people expected.
Yeah.
People expected for us to get here on Wano and the war's already started.
No.
We need to gather forces. We need to wait for people. So,
Luffy insists on taking a sword, Christian.
yes, he gets it. Luffy takes a sword and it's the Kitetsu the Second and it's cursed. Now, for people out there, Zoro has Kitetsu the Third.
Yes.
So,
Each sword has a higher rank.
And
so
each
this is
sword-
the second highest rank.
yep. It's one of the great swords.
Yep.
Um,
Theory that Shiryu has the first Kitetsu.
the original
The
Kitetsu.
legendary Kitetsu, which is whatever.
Is that a superior blade? The first
The
one?
legendary is legendary. The first one's legendary.
Superior.
It's the Great Superior or whatever.
Yeah.
It's on the same as Mihawk's
The
sword.
12 Great Superior.
Yeah.
Alright, so, we get some more information
Which
about the
Zoro
blades.
doesn't have a legendary sword yet. He only has
No.
great swords.
Luffy, what does that even mean?
What?
You have a supreme sword. Is that a power up?
No, it's not. I was talking to Silvers on his Discord, right?
Yeah.
About swords, because, Silvers loves swords. Shout out to Silvers. Are swords grades relevant
They're a
to
tool.
a swordsman
They're a tool.
that has haki? I don't know.
It's a tool, alright? If you're shit with a sword and you have a legendary sword, you shit.
Yeah.
If you're... See,
What is the... Because Mihawk says any blade can become a black blade, right?
because haki coding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point of legendary swords? Is it just hype? Do they
Well,
have
they're-
special... They're better made.
It's like...
They're I don't know, better materials or whatever.
I
but
guess it like ups your...
If-
It ups your output cap.
sharper blade, more
If you think about it...
cutting power.
Think about it like a video game. It ups your attack power. Apparently.
Well, think about it in real life. Like, there's different sword qualities that are made.
Yeah.
Different materials.
Lighter,
Lighter,
heavier.
brittle, fucking bend and torque.
Yeah.
The quality of the blade probably doesn't matter
Sharper
specifically
cut.
because of haki, but maybe the build quality, as in the lightness compared to the
Yeah.
aerodynamics of the blade and the
Sharpness,
balance
the
of
dull,
the blade.
yeah. It's all about that kind of shit. The Supreme, they're not like
Did
crazy
Zoro's skills
powers.
increase as soon as he got Shishui?
No.
So, I don't know. What is the purpose of the ranks of the swords? Is it just a high piece?
I think it's just
Probably.
world building, just to
Yeah.
say that these legendary swords are around. Also, confirms
And to give Shigi to do something.
not all of the legendary swords are swords.
Yeah.
We see Whitebeard's weapon in there.
Don't
You
know if it's
see-
Whitebeard's, but it's a glaive.
It's got that design on it.
It's short.
Yeah, but we saw Oven's sword, right?
Yeah.
Well, that legendary panel,
Who killed Pound?
who
No
killed
one.
Pound, it was Oven. Oda just doesn't draw swords or glaives
Oda's
properly.
just inconsistent.
So,
In
the
scale.
thickness of the sword.
Yes.
So,
That's Christian. Is it like
legendary
purpose of
weapons.
swords? We don't. Purpose of the grade of the weapons. Don't know yet.
But why isn't it called legendary swords when there's other weapons that aren't swords in there?
It's not. They're not legendary swords. They're great superior.
Swords. In the official translation.
Yeah, but it's like Whitebeard.
Is it like a Japanese
I
thing?
think so. I think it's weapon, but It gets translated to sword or
I
something.
think it's like bladed weapon.
Yeah.
So, you got that kind of stuff.
It's a weird, like, technicality. But,
So, you know, Luffy takes the dog. The dog turns up. The mount that I called in the first chapter, Wano.
where's the gorilla, though?
Who cares?
We need another one. Zoro needs to ride that one.
That's true. I guess you can take Hawkins' deer.
Yeah.
Alright.
The best mount.
So, Ace made o-tama promise to take her out to sea, or Jack's community explodes. We have to talk about it.
Throw your points out there, and I'll have my piece after that.
Here's the thing.
Because I think Christian's convinced.
I'm not convinced. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Because of the will of Ace.
Okay.
Ace was going to take her out to sea. How can Luffy deny that? If she finds out that Luffy is Ace's brother, and she asks him if she can join the crew, what's Luffy gonna say? How is Luffy gonna reject that offer? She also wears a straw hat in this chapter, which only crew members have done. So, there's that one.
Christian, my retort. She's 8 years old.
I know, it's a burden.
Useless.
Will of Ace.
Alright. Secondly,
Yeah.
my prediction is she will be Momonosuke's romantic interest. Comic style. As how 8-year-olds do romance, Christian.
Yeah.
Momonosuke is probably like, I like her. She's like, what are you talking about? All the other
She could be the new Usopp of the New World.
We're going into battle with emperors. Who's gonna look? It's gonna take one of the crew members out.
Yeah,
looking after her.
Nami.
No,
she has an.
it's a ridiculous statement.
She's
gonna feel duty bound to serve her country after it's liberated.
Why?
She's gonna feel duty bound to train to become a great kunoichi.
Why?
To then travel out to sea, Christian. She needs to become the great kunoichi.
Why answer me this question?
She needs to become the great ninja to then
answer
travel.
me this question. Why did Oda drop in that Ace was going to take her out to sea? And why did Oda also drop in that she's wearing the straw hat? Why do those two things?
Because we need to get attached to this character, because she's going to be in the story for a fair few years, Christian.
She is.
Look what he did in one chapter. Everyone's making theories. She's going to join the crew. Everyone loves her. o-tama. What's her backstory? What's her relationships to other people in the story? Is she Momo's sister?
All I'm saying is she has more credence to join the crew than Carrot.
That's true. There's no doubt in my mind that that's true.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. No. I'm saying it's a high possibility.
One chapter of Ace and her dreams and promises and her wearing the straw hat.
You already had that.
Bam, like that. She's going to join the crew. What's the connection? Oda made you attach this character in one chapter and you took the bait.
Will you admit that she has a higher chance of joining the crew than Carrot?
Yes, it's 1% versus 2%.
2% chance. Well, I think someone's going to cop an L at the end of Wano.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
Christian, if she joins the crew, right? The crew, the 11th or 10th member of the crew.
Yep.
How much money do you want to put on this, Christian?
I'm not putting any money on this.
No money? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's not even confident.
Because I'm not even over the 50% mark.
Okay.
I'm like 40%.
40%, that's way too high.
40? No, it's because of the things I mentioned.
I understand
It's
the things
too
you
much.
mentioned, but you got to think about it in logical story progression. What the fuck is Oda going to do with this 8-year-old character the entire journey to the end?
She can stay on the boat.
What a waste of time.
She is going to inherit the will of the Pyro King.
You can do that when you're watching on the newspapers
But
on the TV.
what if she's the Shanks of the Luffy Pirates?
You gotta stop. Shanks wasn't 8 when he joined Roger's crew.
Where's the evidence?
People are talking about Kobe, he had massive growth. I'm like, Kobe wasn't 8.
He looked 8, but he wasn't 8. Here's the thing.
How old was Kobe? At least like in his teenagers, right? He was at least a teenager.
Shonen logic, alright, depicts...
No, it's nonsense. I'm not having this conversation anymore. She's not joining the crew. Moving on.
You heard it first here, folks. She's not joining the crew.
Apparently there's a hot take in these day and ages. An 8-year-old is not going to join the crew. That's apparently a hot take.
Day and ages, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's usually a sentence.
You know, Carrot's gonna join. Everyone's gonna join the crew, Christian. I'm tired of it.
This has been...
The last... Mark my words. The last person to join the crew will be Jinbei. 10. That's it. No more.
Welcome to the One Piece community in 2002. This has always been the discussion of who will join the crew.
Did Vivi join the crew?
It is...
Did Rebecca join the crew? Did Kiros join the crew?
It is the
Did
theory
Rio
based...
join the crew? No.
It is the theory-based question.
I'm tired of it.
It is the question.
I don't want to hear your theory about an 8-year-old joining the crew. Because then, why not Momonosuke join the crew? He's got a better ability.
But he has a role to play.
We
as
don't know her role in the story yet.
She's got nothing. All she wants to do is go out to sea.
We don't know her relationship to the Kazuki and Momonosuke yet.
Why did they take her out of the country with them?
She's not relevant.
Exactly, she's not relevant.
Yeah, she's not Momonosuke, heir to the throne.
Exactly, so she has nothing to do. It's not like she's Vivi and she's got something to do.
I'm telling you right
o-tama
now.
has nothing to do. Her dream is to go out to sea. The will race.
Do you agree?
Straw Hat.
Do you agree that she'll...
Tragic backstory.
Most of her interaction will be with Momonosuke this arc. Do you agree with that?
When are they returning? Where is Momonosuke?
Isn't Momonosuke supposed to be there?
He is there. Or did he stay on Zo? He's staying on Zo.
Is he?
Keep him safe. Pretty sure he's on Zo. So when the minks turn up, he'll turn up.
Is it Dr. Chopper or Law that they're taking it to?
Well, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Okay.
Because...
Anyway, o-tama not joining the crew. Carrot not joining the crew.
Luffy never drops...
Big Mom's not going to be an ally. What else you got for me?
Luffy never drops the fact that Ace is his brother.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
You know, she talks about, you don't know my pain, you don't know what I'm going through. Luffy knows exactly. He says it doesn't hurt, but please stop banging on my head.
Exactly. Luffy, character development. People want to say there's no character development.
But it's not hype and edge and fight.
But character development means a power up.
Next question. People, it's just... At least we got a break next week, so I can... No, that's even worse. People are going to make theory videos.
You know, we end up in the Wasteland. What a cool panel. What a very different panel from Oda.
Yes.
An very interesting panel.
Very lush the last few weeks.
We
last few years.
Instantly get to see the impact of Kaido on this country.
Desolate.
Desolate wasteland. Man's polluting the area.
Who would have called the themes of this arc day 1?
Oh, me.
Day 0.
Me.
Easy.
Me. So...
Luffy's upset.
Luffy's upset because they poison the meat.
Yep.
You don't poison Luffy's meat. Alright? Now Luffy has extra ammunition.
How funny would it be if he walks up to Kaido and be like, how dare you poison that meat?
He's not tolerating that.
Okay.
You don't poison the meat supply.
Definitely.
You don't. Alright, so, you know, the wasteland, it's poisoned.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. Luffy notices something in the distance.
The far distance.
A man saying, hey lady, stop. He thinks it's Sanji. But it's not Sanji. So Sanji cops another L.
Sanji cops another L because it's not Sanji.
Because...
That's it.
You know. It turns out to be... the man. The myth, the legend. Zoro. Alright? Zoro is here.
The reconnection of the brothers, Christian. Here we are.
A rare smile from Zoro, showing that he is a character and he has emotion. And that Luffy and Zoro are best friends. Indeed. And he will never betray the crew. Never.
He has 100% faith in his captain.
Because he is the right-hand man.
Christian, he has 100% faith in his captain, unlike Sanji.
He is...
Yes.
The right-hand man.
You think Zoro's going back to his dojo to save his master? I doubt it.
Because he's the right-hand man.
Yes.
People will say, where's the evidence? Here's the evidence.
Okay.
Alright? Zoro, happy to see Luffy. You know? They hug. Haven't seen you in a while, yeah. Luffy grabs Zoro's meat. The gag is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Luffy's eating the meat while explaining that it's poisoned.
Yep.
And apparently Zoro has the Magellan problem.
Zoro's like, yeah, my stomach's not feeling too well.
Having that Magellan problem.
Yep.
You know.
Magellan. Poor Magellan. What a side effect to a fruit.
We don't even know if that's a side effect.
It's just
Could
him.
you just be like...
I'm pretty sure it's the side effect to the fruit.
Yeah, it probably is, but it's still pretty funny. So, Hawkins turns up with the best mount in the arc so far.
I'm kind of like a deathly deer.
Whatever it's called. It's called a kurin or some shit.
Yeah.
Some mythical Japanese deer.
Talks about losing his baboon, losing a couple of his men. 98% chance. We're getting the percentages.
So how does Hawkins realize that it's Zoro?
Probably.
Because he's like, why are you here, Straw Hat?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't know that it's Zoro?
Wait. You announced the bigger fish first.
He nabbed Zoro first. He's like, are you the wanted criminal?
Yeah, you are the wanted criminal Zoro.
Oh, what are you doing here, Straw Hat?
Yeah. Unexpected.
Can't make that connection?
We'll see, Christian.
Alright, so,
they're gonna... it looks like they're gonna get into a fight.
Zoro and Luffy...
It looks like they're
going in. The boys back in town.
Do you think Oda gives us a chapter? Just for the fans?
Gives us a little clash. A little bit of a tease.
I don't know the purpose of beating Hawkins now.
It'll be a clash.
There's no purpose.
It'll be a clash.
To defeating Hawkins now.
Because you can't end a chapter and then not deliver next week. It'll be a small clash. Hawkins will be like, wait. I have a plan.
He's like, remember when I said, you gotta follow the mighty? That's me. Not Kaido. This is Wano. That's our plan. This is our group.
I was testing you, Monkey D.
Kaido's the one that's gonna run and hide and scare.
Exactly. I'm gathering the strongest people on the seas.
So Kid isn't involved.
No, Kid's not involved. Right. So interesting. We see one crew member. I think this is what the community needed. A little bit of injection of Zolo, a little bit of injection of hype. You mentioned Katetsu, you mentioned Ace, you mentioned o-tama, then you throw in Hawkins and that promise of a Luffy v Zoro v Hawkins. I mean, Hawkins is 0 chance.
And probably second-hand man of Hawkins in the distance. Next to him.
Guy with long hair?
Left, yeah.
So, where's the Catman?
I don't know where the Catman is, Christian.
Where's the Catman of Hawkins' crew? Where is he? Apparently he's dead. Because he's not here.
Christian, what do you... It's an interesting chapter.
It's jam-packed.
We're going at record pace here.
Lightning speed. Lightning.
I suggested to people out there, we're probably going to do what? Along Park next week?
Yeah.
If you want to read along Along Park with us, you'll notice that arcs take 10,000 years to get started.
Yeah.
In general.
We've noticed that. They take and some people are upset that this isn't happening in Wano. People want to see scenery. People want to see Luffy messing around. The OG.
At the end of the day, you can't please everyone, Christian.
The OG fans want to see the adventure. I understand that. But
here we are.
Guess what? Here we are. And
here we are at 80%.
We need to inject the hype.
I don't know how I feel about this chapter.
What? It's a great chapter.
It's a good chapter.
Luffy character development.
It's a good chapter.
Luffy character development.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Story progression.
I got a weird feeling from it.
What? Surreal? That we're finally in Wano? And the plot is happening?
No, it's kind of like...
What do you want? Huh?
I don't want to say it's too quick, because it's not too quick. That's not the thing.
What?
It's kind of like...
You want to see the Shogun already. You want to see Kaido. You want to see those people. Because we're building the mythos.
I just get a weird feeling at the moment where it's like... Is this what Oda wants to do, or is this what the editors want him to do? Because it doesn't really...
This is 100% what Oda wants to do.
But this chapter specifically...
What's wrong with it? You got...
Is this one
comedy?
Piece?
What? Yes.
Should
comedy.
Should there be more fanfare when Luffy and Zoro meet?
You get a whole spread of Zoro.
Zoro looking at Luffy. I want to see more interaction with Luffy and Zoro. Very small.
We're gonna get that all next chapter.
I guess.
Why are you upset? You get classic One Piece comedy.
Yeah, but
Classic One Piece animals.
I feel like we're gonna get like the Hawkins setup, right? Next week or in the next few weeks. Where's the Luffy meeting his entire crew?
That's coming. You can't bust that low.
Could we?
Is Luffy gonna meet the crew in order of which they joined?
I want to kind of do it together, like everyone at once, having a feast or something. Because it feels like, I don't know. I just get a weird vibe from it. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's kind of like we're here and we're going.
What do you mean we're staying? What?
No, we're going at like as in we're moving.
Yeah, that's good. Luffy was never going to meet the crew straight off the bat.
It's good, but like, I get. We need the complication. That's what I'm saying.
We have heaps of complications.
Kind of right now we're in no man's land.
What are you talking about?
We know that they're not going to fight Hawkins.
We have the plot already thickening with...
Let's get the details out, I think is what I'm saying.
We have the details. Carter's polluting Wano.
No, like the details of the plan. I want to know what direction we're going in. We hypothesize, all the supernovas together, gonna have this meeting, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about the chapter?
It's a great chapter.
Maybe it's just a week.
I read it and I was hyped. It was a great chapter.
Maybe the o-tama theories have triggered me off the edge.
Great chapter. Alright, Luffy character development's huge.
Like, you know what it is? It's like you've thrown out all these plot details, right? And details about like the Katetsu and the swords and this is this and this is that.
If this was a regular pacing,
with no real substance to any of those points,
the fans know what they are.
Yeah, but there's no real like.
What?
It's like everything is on the table.
He's dishing out these.
I don't want to eat anything specifically.
He's dealing out the cards, so he can do what he needs to do. He's setting out the pieces.
Could the Katetsu point not been this week? Could the Ace thing
continue? Could
we just like focus on one thing at the moment?
We are. We're focusing on Luffy's story right now. Luffy interacting with people, Luffy doing this, Luffy doing that. If we had have skipped around to Sanji...
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, we have...
I don't understand
like,
the issue.
The Ace flashback, right?
Yeah.
Why wasn't that fleshed out to be one chapter?
Because there's nothing to flesh out.
Did it need to be 3 chapters?
Because he's dead.
Did it need to be, like, 3 pages?
Because he's dead and it doesn't matter. If he was a live character that could influence the world again, different story. But he's not. He's dead. And it's just a thing to remember Ace by. Why waste the whole chapter on an Ace flashback when we don't need it? Because we already know who Ace is. You know what I mean?
And then the Katetsu thing's kind of thrown in there for later. Again, I think I got what my problem is. It's like, how many points do we have how many dot points do you reckon are in this chapter? 6, 7?
Alright, let's just go through them. Alright?
Yeah.
Luffy character development. Number 1.
Yeah.
The, Ace flashback.
Ace 2. Flashback, o-tama, relationship to Ace.
Yeah, that's 1.
Yeah.
Katetsu.
Kaido's effect on the land.
Drake.
Kaido's
effect on the land. Hawkins.
Zoro immediate. What is that?
6.
Could we have had 3 points and those be a little bit more detailed? Do we need to do like that much in one chapter and have like no real substance to any of it?
You just wanted bigger panels. Is that what you're telling me?
I just want more.
Because we would have got the same shit spread over 3 chapters just with bigger panels and double page spreads.
I feel like he's thrown a point out there. He's gone, I've dabbled in it, let's move on. No, the bigger thing is, does he pick it up off the table at a later date? Probably.
This chapter was jam packed with text bubbles, heaps of information.
Yes.
If the pacing you want, it would have been the same information.
I know.
Dealt out over 2 chapters, just with double page spreads and a bigger images.
I like the quick pace, as in like we're moving the characters around and we're doing things.
Yep.
But like, there's too much happening.
It's too shallow.
It's too shallow.
What are you talking about?
The details in which things happen
are
too shallow at the moment.
I'll tell you, it's
I'm
an
sure
illusion.
all these details will get fleshed out throughout the story, but the usual style is he tackles a point at a time.
I think you're wrong. I think you're getting confused between panel time and the information that's crammed within the panel. Because it's the page with Drake crammed with information. Absolutely crammed. We get all we need to know about Drake. We get it all in one page. We don't need to spend 3 pages on seeing Drake attack the village.
But I don't know why
Drake attack the village.
But I don't know why the Drake point is relevant at this stage.
Because we need to know about the village.
Couldn't we just know that the village was destroyed by Kaido's men, and then reveal later that it's Drake? Do we need to add Drake in there?
Hype up Drake now.
Is there something for me to focus on?
No, because Luffy. Here's the thing: Luffy needs to know that Drake exists.
Is this chapter?
No.
Like, is there something for you to focus on? What is this chapter about?
It's about Luffy meeting Zoro.
If it's about Luffy meeting Zoro, make it about Luffy meeting Zoro.
No.
There's too many things going on.
Here's the thing.
At one point.
Don't
get me wrong, I like the pace. It's a double-edged sword at the moment for me. I'm kind of on the fence about it's too fast or too slow. I like the pace.
The pace is fantastic.
The pace is good. For veterans like us, we know these plot points are going to get fleshed out later on at a later date. We'll get what's happening with this factory. What's happening with Drake. What's the relationship? More AEST details. All the details will be fleshed out eventually.
Yeah.
But I feel aimless in this chapter. That's what I feel. With a tease at the end.
We met up with Zoro. That's story progression. Like, I don't know what you want. We got what we wanted. We got 2 chapters worth of information in 1 chapter.
Maybe it's just like the day. Maybe I'm just disconnected at the moment. I don't know. So just a weird feeling. I'm sure we'll get more grounded next week with like
a mini clash.
With a clash and like, I just want a little bit. I don't know. I feel like it should be a little bit slower than what it is, or not. Like, we would have gone to the same point. Like,
but less stuff would have been in here.
But less stuff. It's too much stuff.
I can't agree.
You don't need to drop.
It's a setup chapter.
You don't need to drop like.
Yes, you do.
Why do you need to drop the Katetsu in here now? Do that later. Have Zoro explain it, or have the Tengu Man explain it later.
Clearly, Luffy has to take this sword into battle right now with Zoro.
But why is he going to use a sword?
Because he has a plan. Oda has the plan, and these things have to happen this order of events have to happen. Luffy has to know about Drake now.
Do we need to have this connection with o-tama and Ace right at the start of the story?
Get it out of the way. Do we want to see an Ace flashback when we're about to fight Kaido? No.
It's just, I don't know. We're going fast, which is good. We're getting all the details out. I just want to focus in a little bit on one thing at a time.
Please, Eric. You can never please him. You give him.
I was fine with last week. Last week was fine.
Last week's a worst chapter.
This week is probably going to be the same score, just based on this weird feeling I have that, like, a lot of things are happening. We're going fast. It's all good. We're laying out all the pieces on the table. We can start to get a clearer picture of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll ask you guys out there put your thoughts in the comment section. Is this too fast? Is this too? It's not too slow. Is this too fast? Do you want to see? Maybe take 20%. Dial it a little bit down. Slow the pace a little bit, like 10, 20%. Do we need this many points?
I remind you
in one chapter
of chapter 9, 10.
It was 9, 10 when we arrived.
Community in uproar because apparently nothing happened.
But that was fine.
But community and outrage.
Because there was one objective of the chapter.
Oda-
There's too many things in it.
Oda has to deal with a new fan base.
Okay.
And the new fan base wants pace. The new fan base wants constant reveals.
I've got no doubt that we'll flesh this out. I've said this multiple times. Oda will flesh all these things out. But is it too much for one chapter, perhaps?
Rating.
7.5, 8, 7. Just based on this weird, like, thing that maybe will change over the week. But I don't know.
Is it the insane amount
I can't really tell you why I feel like it's a 7, but that's what I'm going with.
Is it the insane amount of pasta and meatballs in your gut?
No. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that big.
I think it is that.
What are you going to give it then?
8.5. Great
I'm probably going to
chapter.
settle on a 7.
Great
I
chapter.
don't know.
Luffy character development. How are you going to ignore that?
Again, one panel.
More than one panel.
Give me a little bit.
Luffy,
more.
he's dead. Luffy, stop hitting me. It doesn't hurt, but it's annoying. Alright? Luffy never names drops that he's Ace's brother, to o-tama.
You know, maybe it is the panel sizes.
It's
Maybe
so
it's too.
much
Maybe it's too
information.
condensed. Maybe it's too condensed.
I'm telling you, it's the panel size. There is so much information jam-packed in this chapter.
Is it too much? I feel like it's unfocused. That's what I'm.
There's
gonna
like
go.
8 panels in every page.
That's the only reason that I can think of, and that's not really correct. But I feel like it's unfocused.
See, in a regular chapter where, let's just take the Luffy looking at those goons, that would have been like a three page
What goons?
debacle.
Last week.
No, the goon in the distance. Who is it? What's
Oh.
going on? That would have been a
That
3
probably would
page
have been the
debacle.
cliffhanger.
Yeah, that probably would have been the cliffhanger instead of finding out that it's Zoro and Hawkins is here. A little bit extra stuff.
Well, what I probably would have wanted is do the Kotetsu thing later. Do the Drake thing later. Flesh out a little. Take those panels. Take that time.
Yeah.
Maybe give a little bit more Luffy and Zoro talking to each other before they come into a problem,
Alright.
and then give Ace a little bit more time. I feel like there was a lot of like heavy cuts going on in that flashback that doesn't really feel focused. That's what I'm gonna say.
Alright.
Maybe a little bit too much in the chapter. Christian predictions. 9/13.
Predictions 9/13 in 2 weeks or a week.
Whatever.
2 weeks. I think clash with Hawkins. Hawkins is like, wait, I got a plan. We're gonna take down Kaido.
I feel like
Come with me.
Is the easiest option.
I know a doctor, and that doctor is law.
All this in one chapter.
No.
Well, just give me the chapter.
Clash. I have a plan.
Okay. I think it's probably gonna be the same, to be honest. But we can't predict the man, so I'm gonna go.
We predicted it perfectly. So far, have we been wrong?
I mean, we can't predict when Ace is like. I don't know. We couldn't predict Hawkins was gonna show up this early or whatever.
Yeah, we did. We said Hawkins was showing up. We said we're gonna get the Ace flashback, and we said we're gonna get the Luffy character development.
Okay.
The only thing we didn't predict was the Zoro turning up.
And Kotetsu.
Yeah, but I was turning up eventually.
I don't know. Probably the same for me. I've got a few ideas roaming around. Like someone else could turn up in the middle of the fight. Kaido's goons might get in the way. We might get a big panel of Hawkins' bounty and his devil fruit.
Information, yeah.
Similar
we
to
need that.
Capone, Fire Tank Pirates, all that. I think people will be surprised how big his bounty is. Look forward to that.
Yep.
I think people will be surprised how well he does against Luffy and Zoro as well.
I mean,
Because
Luffy's gonna fuck around with that
Do you
sword.
want to talk about Hawkins' fucking devil fruit for a bit and how it's potentially busted?
It's busted, alright? But, it's Luffy and Zoro. Luffy's probably gonna dick around with that sword for most of it.
Will the curse come into play? Probably.
But I'm pretty sure
Well,
Zoro
Luffy's a
can
lucky
take-
man. The curse won't affect him.
Zoro's taking out Hawkins.
What's the purpose for this sword, by the way?
So Zoro can use it?
Why?
He's
He
gonna
has three
put.
swords. If he had no sword on him and he still had that little knife, I guess. But
He has to put Shushui to rest.
Okay.
To respect the people of Wano.
So now we have two cursed swords.
To put it back in Ryuma's grave.
Alright.
That's what I think.
Okay.
That's the purpose.
There we go. Christian, shall we move on to
The Sanji one shot.
Let's go. Christian, what a great idea.
A little extra bonus.
What a great idea, Christian. Shokugeki no Soma. Good.
Shokugeki no Sanji.
Good show out there. Cooking fits Sanji real well.
Yeah, who would have thought that
Now,
Sanji's a cook?
don't get like, I don't know, someone to do a random Zoro one-off for no reason.
What up?
We got some nice Zoro love, some nice Sanji love in this chapter.
We did.
This spin-off. Do you think this is going to be animated, Christian, eventually?
I can see it being
I don't rate the chance, but you know.
They have to do filler at some point.
Okay.
Why not do this?
Would be in One Piece style or would be in Soma style?
One Piece.
Right. Christian, we open this. I don't know how you want to call this chapter.
Yeah.
A woman, rather portly woman, walked into
Returned,
the Brata.
as some would say.
Walked into the Bratier and comments on how dinky and the novelty of it being on the sea. And
She's not happy with the food.
But she's not happy with the way it looks. She doesn't say dick about the food yet. Alright? She sits down, asks for the waiter. Sanji, not being a waiter, but he just got off his break. And we know from the Bratier that the wait staff left.
But she's already eaten.
And the wait staff left.
But she's already eaten.
Okay. She ate some bullshit.
Yeah, that's why she wants to know where the owner is.
The head chef.
Yeah. So she can roast him.
And Sanji says that Zeph is out looking for produce. Now, Christian, this answers your question about a few weeks ago. How did they get produce? Is there a rating board of fine meats?
Yeah.
Now, do we consider this canon?
No.
Okay.
So.
Doesn't answer your question.
Doesn't answer my question.
Anyway, they get into a conversation about, Sanji says, I owe Zeph everything.
I'm not leaving.
You're not going to give this restaurant a bad review.
Yeah. No, he doesn't care about the review.
Yeah, he cares about Zeph, though.
He's like, hey, you going to eat all that?
Yeah.
You going to eat all that food? I'm not letting you leave until you eat that food.
Better clean that plate. And in come Patty and the other guy. I forget his name.
Best panel of Patty ever.
Patty's getting some love that I never thought he'd ever get.
Detailed art.
She's a paying customer, which makes her a customer who wants to serve him classic Patty.
Yeah.
Then Sanji agrees to cook.
After she roasts the old man's head.
Can't do that to Sanji.
Because we know how much...
Patty and
Sanji.
the other guy had their reserves.
No.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
Anyway.
I think it's like Carl.
It's not Carl. Can Sanji do this? What does the head chef reckon? They get into the kitchen and Sanji pulls out his knife.
Cuts up.
Well, first of all, he takes off his jacket and does up his tie.
Yep.
This is up 2 pages. Very large panels, very nice. Sanji, real cool.
Sanji getting ready to cook.
Yes. Slices up that lobster real clean. Cuts them vegetables.
This is a very special lobster.
Yes. We don't know that yet, Christian.
And it has to be...
It's a legendary
prepared
lobster.
for a week or something.
Only the great chefs can cook this.
It has to be prepared for a week. All this kind of crazy stuff.
So he cuts the lobster, prepares the broth, starts making it. Zeph walks in. He's back early. Full faith in Sanji.
That's right.
No qualms about him
Cooking his meal.
for the tongue that spans the oceans. Okay? This woman has eaten at the best restaurants. It is not impressed with the Bratier. It's a rough house. Alright? So, Sanji adds his final spices. and serves the meal. Right. Lovely double page spread of this very nice image of this lobster.
The best rendered lobster I've ever seen.
Looks tasty, mighty tasty. She eats the lobster and is impressed by the sweetness of the flesh, and her clothes proceed to rip off in Shokugeki no Soma fashion.
Yes.
Sanji remarks, well, what do you think? And you gotta finish your plate.
She has to oblige.
She must have, but she doesn't want to oblige. She goes, how rude is
cannot-
this man? But she could not deny
the flavour.
the flavour.
Sarek, you're a man searching for flavour.
I'm looking for flavour. Can't find it.
You might be able to find
It's
it.
a myth. We might have to go to the Bratier, Christian.
Yeah.
She finishes her meal and remarks that she feels like she's being transformed from the inside, eating one of the legendary devil fruits, the strip fruit. And she proceeds to turn into a less portly female
Yes.
in her mind, or whatever that means.
Yes.
She's so amazed by the dish she can barely speak. Sanji says,
I'm just a cook.
I better, help her out and make it polite. Everyone's
her outta
like,
here.
Sanji did it, huzzah. Zeph remarks this kid's outgrown this little restaurant. He needs to go out on the seas. Or whatever.
And you forgot the main point of the Baratier.
Yes.
We cook for the common
Common
man.
man.
We don't cook for you snobby fucks. Alright? We cook the hearty meal. The meal that will get you where you need to go.
Yeah.
Alright? We don't cook some bullshit 5-star meal.
But we have the ability to.
But we have the ability to. You want the 5-star meal? We'll give it to you. But you want that real hearty meal that'll get you from point A to point B, we got you covered. That's why we're on the sea.
Yes. And Christian, the Straw Hat crew,
Arrives.
What a nice fresh air for Sanji, Christian. It shows Sanji being the chef, the cool man, one-liners, the cigarette, the soup.
When is he gonna say, I'm just a cook?
I don't know if I would have seen the movie.
How has he not seen
Under Siege.
Under Siege?
Christian, I don't know. This is the thing, alright?
Classic Steven Seagal movie.
What a nice chapter of Soma. Where was this in Whole Cake Island? I understand everyone would have lost their fucking minds.
It was there. You know what people said? We don't need to see this.
It wasn't-
This is trash.
It wasn't
We
really
don't need to see
there.
this.
It wasn't really there.
It was there. There was a
It
whole
was
chapter.
them whipping the cream, but it wasn't really there.
All those panels of those goons falling over in bliss. It was there.
Okay, it was there, but it
It
wasn't.
was there. Sanji talking about the Sim Sim cream and the ingredients.
Yeah, okay.
And the smelling of the cake.
But where's
You can smell the
Sanji
ingredients.
with the knife skills? Where's Sanji with the piping skills? I want to see close-ups. I want to see him in
People
the
would have
kitchen.
lost their fucking mind.
Okay,
This isn't hype.
that's fair.
This is challenging my masculinity. Where's the hype?
Where's the fights?
I can't have
Why
this.
isn't he fighting oven? Fight.
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 Fight. Alright.
What do you rate this chapter, Christian?
This special. You know, it's a little extra bonus special. Sewing Sanji. Now, would I preferred it being post-time skip? Yes.
Does that make sense?
No. But
I think this is good context. This could have happened.
this could have happened.
And everything's in character. It's not...
What if it was during Sanji's time skip?
I mean, I
actually
don't
get
think
to
the
see-
guy really understands the minutiae of devil fruits.
It would have been better if, during the time skip, a cooking battle against an o-tama,
Karma.
an actual shokugeki, a food war, against a master o-tama
There's no time for that.
cooking.
What do you want him to do? 60 pages?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
What would have been better? It was good. 8 out of 10.
That still would have been pre-time skip, by the way.
It would have been during time skip. We would have got to see what the recipes do, what they are.
I like this chapter. I like the art. I like the battle mechanics. Now, Christian throws out the question, what are you talking about, Eric? There's no battle in this show.
Did I say that? I know exactly what you're talking about. The
Ladies and
classic
gentlemen,
Soma style battle.
beautiful directional panels in this chapter. Perhaps that's my issue with 912, Christian.
But there's
Perhaps
no
it's the
action.
directional indications on the panels.
There's no
Doesn't matter,
action.
still matters.
It
Doesn't
was
matter,
there.
still matters. I'll have to look, alright? It wasn't egregious when I read it. Perhaps that's the problem. Maybe
I'm
I'll
so
find the
sick.
issue. Maybe I'll report.
Of you being such a traditionalist.
Maybe I'll give you a report on the issue next week.
Yeah, such a traditionalist.
I love this, Christian. This is what I want to see from the Sanji man. All right, he doesn't need fights to be hype.
I mean, apparently he does. So
He doesn't.
apparently he does.
He can kick anyone in the head. This special, 9 out of 10, beautiful. And
Alright.
Sanji's very thin. All right, I'll just put that out there.
He's a beanpole. He's a beanpole variety.
That's true. He needs to eat a little bit more. And
He
would
needs
I
to
like
eat-
to see a little bit more of Zeph? Probably.
He needs to eat some more pasta fajoule.
Yeah. Christian, what's next?
How strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question: how strong is Shanks? And every week, we answer that question. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Now, there are people out there who think Drag is the strongest.
Sick of it.
They think Kaido is the strongest.
Ridiculous.
They think Aimu is the strongest.
Just cancer. What can I say?
And they are all incorrect.
Okay.
Because the answer is Shanks is the strongest. And every week, I come to you with 100% factual evidence. And this week, I come with that evidence. Shanks is so strong that Hawkins would have a negative % chance of defeating Shanks. Now, some people might say, how is that even possible to have a negative percentage? What does that even mean? Well, Shanks would have already been in Hawkins because Shanks is beyond time itself, as we all should already know. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Now, Christian, what's next?
Topic of the show: the ultimate fan bait.
Let's get into it. Now, Christian, every time we do Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is the God King,
Yeah,
you change your cadence.
of course.
Now, I'm trying to follow you.
Why? You cannot. It comes to me from Shanks himself.
Okay.
You can't get on that wavelength. Alright?
Alright.
So I'm gonna try.
Christian, where did this spawn from? How did this come up? This topic.
Well, our friend, Return the Slab, returned.
He did the call.
He returned with a fantastic suggestion.
We were talking about Monet last week.
And why people fans love her.
Yes.
Now, he asked us to design the ultimate fan bait character.
Mm-hmm.
We have delivered. With drawings, with backstories, with affiliations, with powers. Who wants to go first?
Christian, I think you put the most thought into this.
So I should go last.
So you should go last, alright.
One, I have to see... this has to be a visual experience.
Okay.
So I have to see this image.
You have to see
To
this.
evaluate it on its fan bait aesthetic.
Fan-bait material. Well,
It's fan bait aesthetic.
Christian, let's just see.
There's a lot of images going on here. Here we go.
Here we are, Christian. Pulled up for you.
Now, is this an original character?
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure it says o-tama.
Well, that's the wrong one, Christian. I made 2 versions in light of this week's chapter. But for a meme today,
It's a good meme.
I made o-tama into the Koichi.
But what's
she would have
your actual character?
been. My actual character might be a little bit spicy, Christian.
Shanks. Weird. Shit.
There it is. Christian, Kozuki Sakura. Alright? Now, the name itself is spicy. You want to talk about the name, Christian?
And the Kazuki.
Kazuki, linked to Kazuki clan, instant hype. Does she have affiliations with the Ancient Kingdom? Can she read the poneglyphs? Alright. Obviously female.
Obvious fanbait.
Obviously female.
Now,
I just want to go in the second part of the name. Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
Getting at that Naruto fanbase.
bait.
Bait. She's a ninja. Her name's Sakura. Everyone
Sakura.
will love this nonsense. Pink hair. Christian, interesting choice.
I also picked that choice. But it's more of a champagne.
Yes, this is more of a bright, obnoxious pink.
Vibrant pink.
Vibrant pink.
Now, our criticisms.
Yes.
I hate the way you do shadow.
Christian.
Because you just put a black layer over it and you reduce the opacity.
Not necessarily this time. Not necessarily.
You could add vibrancy.
Let me correct you.
With colour.
This has blue shader on it, alright? I went for the blue shade because of the ninja. I wanted to go for a cool team. I get it, alright? You wanted me to do that.
The skin is not vibrant enough. It's not shiny enough.
At the end of the day,
yeah,
I'm a lazy cunt. And I can't be fucked changing the colour on the shadow, alright?
But the ultimate fanbase.
It's true. Now, Christian. We got that ninja headband with the Kazuki symbol on it.
We do.
With, of course, the headbands flowing in the wind. The pink hair, very obnoxious. Everyone loves the pink hair. Connection to Bonnie. Alright?
Connection to Bonnie.
Almost the exact same hair color.
Give me her backstory.
Her backstory, she is a legendary ninja of the Kazuki family. Alright? Mm-hmm. Sister to Odin.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden in the Kazuki family. Mm-hmm. Hidden in Wano. Mm-hmm. Leader of all shinobi in Wano.
Okay.
Grandmaster. 16 years old. Ultimate fanbase here, Christian Man, until any stops. Alright? Now, you notice the extraordinarily high tattoo of the Kazuki symbol on her leg. Perhaps a little bit too blue. I'll admit that.
Also, not curved enough.
Also not curved enough. Fuck you, I'm not doing that.
Because it takes away from the thickness.
Yes, it's true. Alright? But the shadow kind of makes up for it. I understand it's not curved enough. Don't split hairs on this, alright? Because I'm not curving a fucking 19 spheres, alright? Not happening.
You know, you could use a mesh transform.
I mean, I could, but I didn't want to.
Okay, well,
Christian. As well as her kunai knife that she's throwing in this shot, as you can see on the right, she also has a katana. She also has swordsman skills, Christian. People will be asking, with the ninjutsu and the sword, how strong is she and will she fight Zoro?
Okay.
Alright? Do you understand the bait?
I do. I understand the bait here.
You know, we got knives on the legs, adding more edge to this design, Christian.
Edgy, very edgy design.
We need the edge. She's not fucking around. She's got a scar on the right cheek. Alright? She's been in battle.
Walk me through the choice of the eye colour, because I can't really tell what colour it
is blue.
I can't really tell in this image.
Just going with the theme of like blues, darkness. Not really considering.
Looks more of a grey from here.
It's greyish, but you know, this monitor's not very good. Trust me.
It's like 240p.
It's like from 1999. We got the pouches on the hip, etc., etc. Real obnoxious outfit here, Christian.
That's a bodysuit.
Christian, real obnoxious design. Now, I was gonna go for a chain mesh on the shirt, on the chest. All right.
Okay. But I noticed the muscularity, and that might take away points.
I was gonna.
It's a risk.
It's a risk.
It's a risk.
But I think it adds to the edge, and the battle feats.
Here's the thing.
Which is what people want. Now, obviously tits. Now let me criticize these tits for 1 second. Mm-hmm. I get that they're correct in anatomy. Yes.
They're correct.
But they're not comical. They
don't droop enough to be. They don't stick out far enough. I get it. I get the positioning of the body and how that would work.
Yes.
Correct. That is correct. But is it fan bait enough?
I think that the tits are appropriate to be enough. All right. We don't need to get comical here.
We need to get grotesque.
We don't need to get grotesque because it might put some fans off as obvious bait. Is this obvious bait specifically? I'm not sure. People could actually think that this is intended to not be bait.
You don't have the One Piece eyes. That could take away points.
The thing is, I wanted to give
uniqueness.
I wanted the edge.
But
I wanted the edge on the face. All right. If I do traditional female eyes,
yes.
I don't know about that edge. All right. I need the edge. Edge is crucial.
You need
in all fanbait.
I have done edge in mine, but in a different way, in a more accepting way the fanbase can understand.
Okay. Christian, I will add.
Yeah.
Kid.
Yeah.
Is straight edge with nothing to back him up, and he's one of the most popular characters in One Piece.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
What's with the scar?
On the face?
Yeah.
Edge. Maybe it's too edgy.
I think it's too much. The scar is too big.
Okay.
To capture the biggest audience. Because the goal of this exercise, capture the biggest audience.
I think the edge angle that I've taken promotes this from just tits to tits and edge.
Let me teach you something about what not to draw.
What?
You don't draw knees on females.
It's not.
You don't draw it.
It's not obscene.
Because it just doesn't work.
It's not obscene.
It's not obscene. Not obscene.
It's subtle.
But it is there.
That's why thoughts on the roundness and curvature of the leg and the thigh and the ass coming up into the cloth-like flowing. I think this is a good attempt.
It's a good attempt. Will I want better cloth physics?
Yes. Again, I'm not spending all day on this. Now, Christian, notice the shoulder pads.
They're raised.
Sharp, pointy.
Traditional ninja style.
Edgy.
I get the edge factor. I understand the edge factor.
My thesis is tits, edge, Kazuki, ninja, sword, katana. How strong is she? Is she going to fight Zoro?
You've gone for the feminine angle. You don't have lipstick. Nor do you have...
Ridiculous.
Nor do you have fingernails.
You know how I feel about fingernails.
I know how you feel about fingernails, and you're incorrect. Because females require...
They do.
Fingernails.
Fingers are pointed. I will add that.
If you don't want to draw fingernails, draw gloves.
I was thinking about gloves as well. I'm not going to lie. The gloves were in the thought.
Alright. Also, a factor you're missing is the feet. Because there are freaks out there that you have to capture.
Christian, what percentage of people are going to miss out on them feet?
I'm just saying I can't see the full body.
I would have to draw boots and incorporate those into the design.
Exactly.
And, we're here.
Where are the Naruto ninja shoes? Where is that? That could have been extra fan base.
Christian,
that could have been extra fan
Christian, I could have just done a sexy jutsu, alright? I could have done that.
Why not?
Could have done it. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think about Kazuki Sakura and her appearance.
Right? Maybe a little bit of a weird thing there. Mm-hmm. Is that hand drawn correctly?
Yes. Everything is correct. Which specific hand? The left or the right?
This area.
The right.
Like the hand just forms straight into the forearm. There's no indent deviation between the top of the hand and the forearm. Maybe an art error. I don't think it's...
Don't start on the art errors because you're next.
Mine is 100% factually accurate.
Yours is comical.
Comical intentionally.
Alright, that's enough about it. Christian, thoughts on the extra details and the Japanese and whatever.
Japanese, Kazuki, backstory. Good points.
Yes.
Good fan bait. Hair, could have done with more detail there.
Okay.
It's one swoop. The headband, I get it. You're appealing to that Naruto fan base. It's there. It's
perhaps big. Too far on the edge. But I think I'm on that line of How strong is this female? I want to see her in a fight. Do you want to see her in a fight, Christian?
I do.
Do you want to see her take that sword out and fight Zoro? How strong is she? Does she have ninja?
I am asking those questions.
Alright, good. Now.
But
There
things I think you missed out
There
on.
were shortcuts taken, no doubt about it, alright? I'm not doing comical tits that are not gonna appear in One Piece. I think the tits that you've drawn are comical.
You enhance the tits via the angle. Let me talk about the angle here.
Okay. Straight angle, no
straight angle,
to speak of.
good attention to the body and the way the body works.
Yes, you gotta appeal.
Anatomy is good.
Do you enjoy the curvature of the body moving down into the legs?
I do not enjoy the focal point.
Okay.
Focal point is the hand here, obviously.
Which is throwing that kunai.
She's throwing the kunai knife, but is the hand the most important part here?
The tits are the most important part.
The tits, the face.
But look at the angles on the hands, Christian. Where are they pointing to?
They're pointing downwards.
But where are they? Where's the other one pointing to?
Also downwards.
From the title. Title, left arm into the tits. You see the kunai knife first, granted. Right? Granted. That's granted.
That's the focal point. You can't deny that the composition is very important.
Yes, you notice the kunai knife first, and the name first, perhaps. Yeah. But then it draws you into the tits, and then down into the legs, the thigh, and then down to the bottom. That was the game. Christian, here we are.
4 out of 5 fanbait.
4 out of 5 fanbait. I think that's decent, you know. Not the backstory wasn't given that much attention to detail.
It doesn't have...
It doesn't have grand theme. It doesn't have grand meta bait, as it were. It doesn't have the grand theory meta bait.
Here's the thing that could have...
Now, people are saying, where the male representation? Christian.
Who's saying this? That's
people like Zoro, people like Katakuri, people like Kid. We could have taken all those things together and made a character, but I think you need actions. You need actual things that happen to male characters.
Or Kid.
To give hype.
Or Kid.
Kid has that hidden lore. Alright? And he has powers, alright?
A mystery.
He's been hyped by Oda specifically. I think the male characters can't get away with just a written headcanon story and an image.
Yeah.
You need the female, it's the ultimate bait.
The female's the ultimate bait. You can't get away from it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Christian...
Next
on... Christian's next. Alright, what do you got for us, Christian?
You can put it on the screen?
I don't have it.
It's on Discord. Alright, I printed it anyway, because I can't print.
Why did I need to put it on the screen? When you printed it.
It's only fair.
It's not going to be on... the people can't see when I put things on the screen. I'm going to edit it in later.
Eric's going to edit it.
There's no reason for it to be on the screen.
I just want to see it on screen, because I don't want to be looking down the whole time. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright. Name and backstory first.
This is where you perhaps going to be beat, Christian.
Portgas D. Alice.
Okay.
What do you think about the name?
Do I like Alice? It's very close to Ace, I understand it.
Originally Spade, but then I realized that Ace's pirates are called the Spade Pirates. It's too similar to that. Alice.
I would have liked Spade for the added edge. I don't know if Alice is necessarily the right choice.
I'll explain it during the aesthetic phase.
Okay.
And it's very specific.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about the Alice part, but Ace, Alice, very close. Alice, not a female name in One Piece yet. Original character.
Also not, it's not like, it's not an aggressive female name. You're not.
Yeah.
It's a girl next door name, as it were, Alice.
Exactly. Appealing. You don't want to be too threatening. You want edge, but you don't want too much edge.
Alright, next.
Alright. Backstory. The twin sister of Ace, who was entrusted to Odin after Roger's death.
Okay.
She was trained by Odin to be one of the strongest samurai in Wano country.
Alright.
She now has a warlord position after the defeat of Doflamingo and is hell-bent on taking down Kaido for what he has done to the Wano country where she grew up. And what you did to Odin. Comments on this backstory.
Christian, this is their backstory. That is comical in its approach.
The ultimate
Christian,
fanbait.
No doubt that it's a far superior fanbait than my backstory. Alright? The people can decide in the comment section which one they like the most. Alright? Connection to Ace and Roger. Twin sister.
Also connection to the Wano and Kazuki clan.
And will be on our side.
And she's strong because she's a warlord.
Okay.
And trained by Onin to be one of the strongest samurais.
Connection to Marines as well. Could bring theories into she's a double agent.
Also a sword fighter, will she fight Zoro?
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask here.
Is she stronger than Sanji?
Is she stronger than Zoro? That's crazy.
Next, Christian.
Next, the aesthetic. First thing you notice is the comical tits.
I enjoy the band of the sword going through them.
Exactly, because it's focused. It focuses you in.
It's ridiculous.
It draws your eye exactly to the focal point of the image.
I'm aware on your technique, Christian.
Very important. Now,
this is my...
did I have to go overboard with the leather textures? Maybe.
You referred to edge.
It is fake digestible edge. The Hot Topic edge, not the real edge.
Right.
It is...
I see the angle because I was about to say there is no edge coming off this character.
Exactly.
But the clothing.
The clothing. The clothing / makeup, fake edge, the edge people actually like.
Okay.
Not real for female characters. Not real edge, because real edge is threatening. You don't want threatening. You want soft, but you want a little bit of attitude.
Alright. Interesting decision.
Hair color, the same as Rouge's.
Yes.
That
obviously.
champagne pink.
Where are the freckles at?
The freckles are there, but you can't see it in this tiny image.
Okay.
People at home will be able to see
I'll
it.
take your word on that there's freckles there.
Eye color, an interesting violet.
Okay.
To draw in the darkness from the face. Because it's pink, it's very bright. It's very like that. You can't see on this image. Heaps of shine on this body. Ridiculous levels of shine.
I can see the shine.
The shine's ridiculous. Vibrant skin. I think that's where you left off. You didn't get it right. You didn't get that vibrant, healthy, clear tan skin. That is 100% necessary.
I bring issues to the color scheme of the
Color
outfit.
scheme. Why don't you like it? The pink and the black.
It's too pink and grey. Give me
Grey. Where's the grey?
on the stocking.
On the stockings. I was going to do pink stockings too much.
I think the theme.
Thigh-high stockings. Classic.
Bait. It's
Bait.
bait. It's bait.
It's 100% bait.
Not sold on the color scheme of the outfit. Where is the contrasting colors to the hair?
Here's the thing. I don't like too much different colors.
I'm not specifically drawn to anything on this.
Are you out of your mind?
Because the flesh is similar to the pink.
That's the point.
It
The
kind of-
illusion of clothing.
It kind of just
The
blends
illusion
into
of
each
clothing.
other.
Exactly.
Now, Christian, what is she wearing on the bottom? Nothing? Is
A
it just her
bikini.
underwear? I see.
How have you not worked that out?
I was thinking maybe some kind of leotard, thigh high leotard
No.
coming up to the body.
No. Bikini.
Why not the mini skirt?
The miniskirt, too feminine.
Okay.
Too feminine. This is fake edge.
Where was the?
Did you notice the choker?
I did.
Did you notice the skull hair tie?
Again, Christian.
Fake edge.
I think the fake edge is a good point, right?
Yeah.
Very good point. I would change the sword position
To where?
on the hip.
The sword position
I would change it.
is gold.
It's gold because I get what you're doing, alright? Don't worry about that. I understand it. It's just... I'm not asking the questions, how strong is she? I'm not asking.
But you're getting it from the backstory.
I'm getting it from the backstory, but am I seeing it in the design? Am I seeing a fierce warrior? No, I'm seeing Toshigi.
That's fucking
That's
ludicrous. That's ludicrous and offensive.
Right? I'm seeing
Toshigi.
I'm seeing fake Edge. I'm seeing fake Edge with nothing to back it up strength-wise. I don't buy that she's strong.
She's not. She's a hollow character that has a good backstory and fake Edge. That's the whole point of the backstory. You don't want too much of a complex character here.
Is she strong? That's the question I ask the people. Do you get a sense of strength from this character?
See, the sword.
The sword gives me
Some sort of combat.
It gives me some sort of combat, but it's not threatening enough to give me any sense of strength. She's too friendly. That's what I'm gonna say. She's too friendly.
The ace-like smile and eyebrow position. That smirk.
I'm not buying the smirk from the facial expression. I'm sorry.
The smirk. You can't see it because it's too fucking small.
Perhaps the left hand with the selfie pose.
The
fingers,
peace sign is crucial.
But does it take away from the physical ability? Because I'm not getting strength here. I'm just getting a nice girl that might have some exposition to tell us.
That's all you need for hype bait. Alright? A hint of maybe she's strong. The backstory makes up for it.
But Christian's got the better backstory. Right? We'll give it to Christian on the backstory. No doubt about it.
I think I have the better design. For the specific
I'm gonna say maybe too far for you for the soft kindness. Perhaps too far for me on the edge. Perhaps we can meet somewhere in the middle and make the perfect character. I think the ninja aspect is a good one. Because
is it future proof though?
The ninjas are about to come in.
She's
got the katana for that future proof. She still has those katana skills.
My character also has a katana. Where's the future proof for the ninjas? We're going to Albath. We're going to other places. Will this character fall by the wayside? The twin sister of Ace will never.
I agree that the
fall
Christian,
from the wayside.
Don't get me wrong. It is a fan bait backstory of ridiculous and epic proportions. So that cannot be beaten.
There are epic proportions involved.
Maybe you can talk about Dragon and Rouge for some extra hype.
Do you appreciate the amount of detail within the image?
I do. Again, I'm not sure about the color choices.
Look, that's an aesthetic thing that I like to do. Not too many different colors.
I'm not sure.
Blacks, heaps of blacks.
I'm not sold.
Heaps of all that.
Once you explained the fake edge, I got the aim.
Exactly.
But perhaps
the fake edge.
It's a double-edged sword in that part.
But here's the thing: we're trying to capture the normies.
Right. The normies want to know that she can fight Zoro. I'm not convinced that she'd last 2 seconds with Zoro. Not convinced that you'd even touch Zoro with the sword.
Why?
Because Zoro's the barometer for all hype. Do you understand what I'm talking
about? But you're not appreciating the sex appeal.
I am.
You're not.
Alright? Christian, what we
said... The sex appeal, bro, nay, weak as fuck, gets dominated by Zoro.
But...
Fake edge.
She's got those
those tits and she's got the fake edge.
She's got those dangerous looking claws. So actually there's some sort of danger about her.
There's fake danger though, because she's weak as fuck.
But this is no danger.
She has the classic One Piece eyes.
I'm just saying.
The soft One Piece eyes. She got the soft body. All she has is those
She has Mihawk eyes.
When she goes crazy.
Yes.
But
that's even better.
This is normal position. A fighting pose would be a different
I think you should have gone for the fighting pose to give a little bit of strength and keep...
Here's my angle.
Softness.
I was thinking about the fighting pose, but then I'm like... Maybe the majority of people want to see attractiveness.
Okay.
They want to see the nice girl.
I think...
I gave them that. I gave them a little bit of edge, gave them a little bit of strength, gave them a little bit of everything.
To me, I think perhaps Edge has the longer lasting power. We see Kid cop L After L. After
But that's
L.
a male character.
It's true.
Male character,
It's true.
completely
It's
different
true.
story. Monet is still one of the top, most talked about characters in One Piece. She's been dead for years.
But she's got a Logia
and
Devil
she was a
fruit.
nothing character.
She's got a Logia Devil fruit.
nothing character.
She got beaten. She fought against. She was involved with Zoro in some way.
She was dominated.
Yes.
So strength feats are not that important for female characters.
People still talking about Smoothie.
People are still talking about Cinnamon, who did nothing in the
Yes.
arc, but turned up in one panel.
But do you feel like that is solely based on her design or
Yes.
promised hype?
No.
Okay.
Solely based on design.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know.
what is
what's
the
up?
most effective fanbait? Give me a rating.
Christian, it's gonna have to be a 4 as well.
Oh.
I can't give you the 0.5.
Give me the 0.5.
I think it's
for
too
the
soft.
detail.
I
Give
think
me the
it's too
0.5
soft.
for the detail.
Of what? The backstory?
So you're thinking about your personal tastes. You're not thinking about the plebs on Orange Accent. You're not thinking about that angle.
We'll let the people decide. I'm gonna say a 4 because of what I said. Alright? Too soft.
But the fake edge angle.
But the fake edge doesn't. The fake edge converts it to no edge. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let us know which you think is more of a fanbait character in the comment section below. Christian, next.
Next is the power scale.
The power scale. Christian, the power scale. Every week, 2 characters, maybe 3, depending on the guest. We put the power scale on a spreadsheet. Link below, you can see it clearly.
Can you bring it up?
Can I bring it up here? Christian, did you not print it out?
No. Because we have a new spiffy piece of technology.
Okay. Now, Christian, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Well,
Or do you have you not chosen?
I'm still thinking about it.
All right.
But I'll go first. Alright? So, if this character is not on the list,
And we can check.
Yes.
So,
I'm going to say Diamante.
Diamante. I believe he's not on the list, but not on the list.
Diamante.
Yes.
Fights Kiros. People think he's weak. He is kind of weak, but he's also kind of strong.
Okay.
Entrusted by Doflamingo to look after the real Marinomi.
Yes.
Wasn't a fake one, because Mingo had complete trust in his executive,
Which is comical.
which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Alright, the Crescent Moon attack is a pretty impressive slash attack.
Okay.
The Flag Fruit.
Interesting.
He is a gimmick fighter.
That is true.
Steel cape. Alters the ground. Shoots confetti into the sky to deal damage.
They turn out to be spike balls.
Spike balls.
Yep.
Has sword skills that are decent.
Yep.
Where do you think he lies?
No haki.
No Haki, but Pika has Haki, which is weird. Why did Diamante not have Haki? Because he had to fight Kiros.
Beaten by Kyros. Cannot be on the same tier as Kyros. I'm sorry. He cannot be on the same tier. Kyros, no legs, beat him. Heavily damaged, one shot by Kyros' great Mighty Slash.
Well, bring the power scale down a bit, and we'll talk about it. So, I believe we have Pika on the same Hody Jones tier. Middle tier.
Crocodile Brook. I think Brook beats him, to
I
be
think
honest.
Brook beats him. I think Brook beats Diamante. Why did Mingo trust him so much?
I'm not sure.
It sounded like some sort of right-hand man bullshit at the start of the arc.
It wasn't. Mingo doesn't really have a right-hand man. Virgo, arguably.
It's Virgo.
Treble, arguably.
Treble's the main dude. I think it's Virgo. That's neither here nor there. And Virgo's in the low high
Look,
tier.
he beats a pacifista.
Middle tier, Diamante.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I might go for a controversial one.
Controversial.
Talked about this week.
Alright.
Ace.
Come on, man. Don't make
Do
me
we go?
this.
Do we go on what we have in the story?
We have
do
to.
We go on previous.
We have to. I'm not including the Ace novels.
You have to,
Why?
because he's Haki in those, and they're canon.
All right, I'll include him. But does that help his case?
I think it does. Where do we start with Ace, Christian?
Ace, second commander to Whitebeard.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's fair.
Defeated by Blackbeard in an all-out fight.
Yep.
Not
used to taking damage. It's got to be said.
the Logia effect. Prime example.
Rampant.
Prime example for Ace with the Logia effect. Fought Jinbei for 5 days.
That good feat.
That is a fantastic feat.
Yes.
Were they taking breaks? All that kind of questions.
Only lost
Whatever.
to Blackbeard probably because of Devil Fruit.
The Devil Fruit matchup.
Yeah. Devil Fruit overpowered, no doubt about it. And potentially mastered the Devil Fruit. He's had it for a while, at least.
He's had it for a very long time. He's got the Flame Emperor King. He's got the Saint Elmo's Fire. He's got a heap of attacks.
The Gatling gun.
The Fire Fist
Has Haki, was not displayed.
was never displayed in the actual
But
canon.
has it.
But has it?
But has it.
But does he have armament coding?
Yes.
Specifically armament coding or
Yes.
armor Haki?
Armor coding specifically.
Well, where was it against Alkainu?
These are the questions that, Christian, we discussed.
Apparently he was weakened from the days of torture.
Yes.
In Impel Down.
I'm gonna say, is it fair to rule him out of high tier?
No.
Is it fair?
No.
Can we... So you're saying he still has a chance in high tier?
I think... Well, high tier in general?
Just high
Or
tier.
the high tier?
Like high tier. With Doflamingo in it.
Oh, that's
What are we
fucking
talking
hard.
about here?
That's so hard to argue.
Let's
It's so hard to...
let's talk about... Let's just talk about two areas that we
It's so hard to argue.
we're talking about high or lower high? Because we're not talking about high mid, surely.
Here's the thing. The fight with Jinbei can be summed up as Ace,
It's impressive.
but was he taking damage there?
We don't
No.
know. Jimmy's got water abilities.
So war abilities and Haki, but takes a hit from Blackbeard on the floor, broke his ribs.
Yes.
What does that say?
Did that say more to Blackbeard or less about Ace?
I think that says less about Ace.
I think that says more about Blackbeard.
because
be-
did Ace
to be
have
fair.
pre-break?
No.
Well, why was he getting hit? Why was he so used to not getting hit then? He's in the New World. He's on Whitebeard's crew. Haki people everywhere.
No pre-break for Ace.
You sure?
Yes.
Because that could explain the weakness against Blackbeard.
I think it says more about Blackbeard than the weakness of Ace, to be fair.
Oh, it's such a hard decision to make. Because if you go high, you gotta put him on the same tier as Law, Luffy, Katakuri, Zabo.
It's not looking good.
Oh,
I think low high is fair.
he suffers from pre-time skip issues.
And he will probably be moved. I wanted to do this now, so we can judge accordingly
When we see
when
more
he
hype.
see more hype.
Low high. 5 days of combat with Jinbei.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
I think he's got Oven covered, to be fair. Hotter than Oven, perhaps.
Oven's shown more heat feats.
But he's got the fire fruit. Oven's got the heat fruit. Give me a
But
break.
he's seen more.
Give
we've
me a
seen
break.
more feats.
Give me a break.
We've seen more feats.
Give me a break.
We've seen more feats.
Give me that break.
Or did he give you that break?
Okay.
And you have to cop it.
Virgo.
But-
Virgo, he beats Virgo. Come on. Can Virgo's arm and Haki withstand
That's
heat?
what I'm saying. Not used to taking damage. If he doesn't have pre-break, that's a massive.
He can't go in high mid, though. He can't.
I can't put it.
He can't go in high mid. He
I
can't.
can't do it. It has to be high-low for the respect.
It has to be for the potential as well.
For the potential as well.
It doesn't make sense for him to be in high mid. It just doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
Low high.
Low high.
Brutal. You know, it
I
is
think
what it
Rob
is.
Lucci CP0 beats him. that's just my bias.
We got that 5-day Jinbei fight.
Boa?
I don't know. I don't think Ace would be affected. He's kind of that character.
Yeah, but the 5-day Jinbei thing's negated by the Blackbeard fight.
The 5-day Jinbei thing is the thorn in the side.
What about the... But you could say the torture is equal to finding Jinbei. Let's just say
the
that.
torture as well, you know?
The torture is equal to finding Jinbei. How long was that torture? A week? Let's just say.
Yeah. Good endurance.
Good endurance.
We gotta ask the question, right? I'm asking the question. Is Blackbeard's physical strength that immense?
It has to be. But
for it to make sense.
But Blackbeard said you're a logo, you're not used to taking damage, this is why this hurts.
He's not used to taking damage.
That's
from
why
most people. But he fought Jinbei 5 days, dog. And that's gotta count.
Do I think it's some sort of timeline / continuity problem?
It definitely is. No doubt. We can't escape it.
Yes.
And it'll be fixed.
And it's hard to power scale based on those issues. So I think low-high is just going to have to be...
It's conservative. It's conservative.
It's just what it has to be, man. Because...
Alright. Christian, you know, that's another interesting power scale.
Yeah.
Getting down to it, gonna put Ace on there. Now, next.
The question corner.
Let's go, boys. Christian, some lively questions this week.
We got some great questions this week from the viewers.
Yeah.
Alright. First question from Silvers, the friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Look forward to seeing him on the podcast.
Question for the show. What is your opinion on bounty hunters in the series? Are they underused, underwhelming, and do you anticipate them playing a... The formatting of this question.
We get it. Do you want to see bounty hunters? Do they have a role? Are they underutilized?
Let's take a little side note here. The formatting of this question is horrendous.
Yes.
I guess who put that part together?
Me.
Eric. He has antici, right?
Space.
Enter. Paid.
They're playing a bigger part of the series.
What is your problem? What is your issue?
Christian, you know, there was problems with the copy and paste. You know, copying and pasting from Discord isn't the easiest solution.
All you have to do is delete a space.
But, you know, whatever it is. We read the question. Christian, I go on about this all the time. Bounty hunters underutilized definitely in the series.
Zoro's a bounty hunter.
Too late.
It is too late.
Too late.
It's kind of an angle we don't need.
Yeah, too late.
Do we need a bounty hunter guild? Do we need all that?
We already kind of have that role with like Smoker and like
Tashigi
and
Fujitora.
Fujitora following them. They serve that role. Too late for bounty hunters. An opportunity not really taken.
It was kind of started, but then Oda faded away from it.
Nah. We don't really see people handing bounties either. I would like to see that, but it's too late.
People talk about doing it.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It also is like Bali doesn't really mean anything.
Was it underused?
I think so. I think it could have been an entire arc.
Bounty Hunter Guild.
It could have been an entire arc in like New World.
Well, isn't that what bloody
in Grand Line?
Isn't that what Buggy's doing?
Buggy, sorta. Baradio works.
Baroque works.
Sorta.
Zoro,
Yozuka, Johnny, sorta. We didn't really see it.
the weird cactus man.
Yeah. Dressrosa, yeah. It could have been cool.
Bounty Hunters
Underutilized. Okay, next question.
From Return to Slab, he returns with a
Yes.
second question. First question was topic of the show. Second question. To make up for my absence, which devil fruit is the most underutilized by its user? Which fruit could be broken if the user was just better at his ability?
I mean, the obvious answer is Foxy.
Yes, I was going to say that. Foxy, broken.
If he would had any semblance of strength, busted.
Absolutely broken. Crazy. Slow you down. Maybe you could stop time.
I guess you could say like Monet because like you've seen what Aokiji can do.
But you got the... Monet, I don't know about Monet.
You could say
Cool devil fruits that are wasted. Well, the thing we can't say is sugar.
Sugar used their ability to the fullest. Sugar ability has 6 parts to it. Sister to Monet, I might add.
That's important.
Draft those theories.
Would it have been too spicy to draw a lolly for that question?
I mean,
Too spicy. Too much for me.
it's not mass appeal.
It's mass weave appeal.
It's not mass appeal. We're talking about
well,
I don't even know if it's mass wheel appeal, to be honest.
It's too spicy. It's too spicy. I couldn't do it. But back to the question.
I'm gonna have
What's
to answer
the
for
only-
Foxy's
it's
the obvious.
Foxy.
Foxy's the obvious.
Who else though? Maybe Buggy.
Luffy.
What?
Luffy still has the Master Devil Fruit.
Underutilized. He's a devil fruit genius.
We'll see what he pulls out.
That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy.
Do you think
hot
he's
take.
done? Do you think he's done with his Devil Fruit?
That's a crazy hot take.
Do you think he's done with his Devil Fruit?
That is a crazy hot take.
It is, but do you think he's done with his Devil Fruit?
No,
Well, then he's got more to go. Therefore, underutilized.
it's not underutilized. You're out of your fucking mind. All right.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
I'm throwing out Buggy because maybe he could split to the molecular level. Maybe he could do something more interesting with his fruit.
I'm sure he can actually be cut to the molecular level though, because Mihawk slices.
Exactly. So it could like split up into a billion pieces.
I guess.
It could be way.
Crocodile sucks dick with the sand fruit.
Crocodile uses apparently he stops the rain out of pasta.
No, he doesn't. But whatever. Mr. One is weird. I think he uses it.
I think he uses it pretty good. I think Crocodile also uses it pretty
What's
good.
a weird Devil Fruit that wasn't used? I don't know.
Kaku? He had no.
He
time with
doesn't know what he's doing with
Yeah,
it.
so he's underutilized.
All right. There we go.
I love how when Zoro gets a gag fight and he struggles against someone who's not taking the fight seriously, it's still hype and a W.
Yeah.
Alright, that's from Return to Slab. From Frenzel Afridi.
Yeah.
My question is concerning the... This is exactly for you. My question is concerning the lack of hype for the recent chapters. Or if it only seems like it. It matters not. Alright. One Piece is always hype. What would ruin this arc for you?
I answered the question in the comment section.
What is one thing you don't want to see happen besides Shanks' evil, which is 100% confirmed? He is the final villain.
Next question.
No, you know what's happening?
Next question.
Throw it out of court. Shanks 100% good.
Next question.
Answer the first question.
I answered him in the comment section. It's hard for me to see a One Piece arc devolve so badly that it becomes unenjoyable. There would have to be so many moving parts that fail in execution.
Some might say
Don't say it.
Fishman Island.
Yes. Was it a shit arc?
Oda tried something and it didn't pay off.
It's still paying off though.
I think here's the thing that would do it. An arc that doesn't have the plot points to make it a long arc, but Oda makes it a long arc anyway.
Okay.
Like Fishman Island. Like how we were introduced to the Fishman Pirates 3 separate times. All of them with full page introductions.
Okay.
What's going on? You need the plot points, you need the depth, you need the substance to do that. That's how an arc becomes boring.
Talk about Wano and expectations, right? What would make this a bad arc for or ruin the arc? It's hard for me to imagine Wano being ruined, per se.
Here's the thing. Ruin the arc?
It would have to be like... Fuck, I don't even know.
It would have to be like...
Luffy just Gear 4's one-on-ones Kaido.
But does that ruin the entire arc?
Potentially, I don't know. It depends how it's built up. Like,
No, the way Wano is bad is if there's no substance to the themes. The fights are bad, the pacing's bad.
bad characters.
No substance to the characters, nothing really happens. Pacing bad, fights are bad.
I mean, half of Whole Cake Island is Katakuri. A fantastic character.
Fantastic character and fight.
If Luffy fought Daifuku, maybe Whole Cake would have been fucking bad.
I mean,
You know, we don't know really, but whatever.
Well,
You get the point. If you
okay.
fought a dry character, maybe would have been more negative about the arc.
Yeah, of course, because Katakuri is the best character since
Katakuru's very good. Yeah, hard question to answer, man. Like, I don't know what.
I think that's the answer though. A dry, boring themes.
Yeah, we're setting up nicely though. So
with no character depth.
and the comment about
bad fights, bad pacing.
We've been talking about this the last few weeks we've been in Wano.
Yeah.
No hype. Community seems dead. I think the community is alive now with this chapter.
Here's the thing: are we done with the era of the live stream?
I think
chapter comes out, live streams, everyone's gone for the week.
That's the thing. When there's nothing to talk about, people don't come out.
There's plenty to talk about this chapter.
Plenty to talk about this chapter.
There's a lot to talk about. A lot. No one turned up for the streams.
I think the
streaming. That's what I'm trying to say.
The streaming era.
I think the streaming era is kind of over. People can't be fucked.
I think it'll pick up halfway through the arc, because you can talk about how much you hate this arc. You can talk about how much you love this arc. You can talk about meta theories and what this arc will mean for the entire story. Right now, we're just sitting here being like, all right, well, Hawkins met Zoro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
When did the streaming revolution happen? It happened in the middle of Whole Cake, right?
Yeah.
And there was things to talk about. Talking about Big Mom.
Always talking about
talking about Sanji, etc., etc.
All right.
There it is.
From
might be a little bit saturated, you know.
Andre.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend, returns. My question for this week. I know Oda is using a lot of Japanese mythology and folklore and real events as inspiration and references in this arc, Wano. So I'm thinking he also might use real historical people. If that happens, I would be really happy. Having characters based on, Hanzo, Musashi,
legendary
Ito,
characters in Japanese lore,
Kojiro, etc.
Kojiro.
But the knocking master would also be hype. Yeah, it would be a treat. But I also fear one thing. For example, in the case of Musashi, he's considered the best Japanese swordsman. He died undefeated with more than 60 duels. So if Oda creates a character based on him, I think he would pay respect by having him as an undefeated warrior. I know I'm just nitpicking, and I don't even know if this is going to happen. Correct. But it's a concern I have. Do you think Oda will use real people, and if so, will he accurately depict the essence of these people? I know this is hypothetical, but
I think in the specific example of the samurai, that character would be on our side.
Will there be references? Yes. Will there be actual characters with the name, with the design, with the whole thing?
Maybe.
Maybe not. Oda always puts his themes on everything.
Yeah.
Oda always does the Odaization. Make him goofy. A little bit of a twist here and there.
I mean, the Shogun could look like this actor. You know?
Yeah.
It could happen.
So
I think we'll see some historical references, definitely.
Too many historical references might be a bit alienating for a Western audience, but I know Oda doesn't give a fuck about that.
And he doesn't really like Kizaru isn't.
He doesn't bog down the series with that many references.
Yeah, he doesn't really stay true to characters. He doesn't really stay true to the actors' characters.
He doesn't bog down. There are references. Kizaru. There are references within the story of real life actors, real life people, but they're not. It's not possible a direct connection.
All good.
So yeah, it could be if he disrespects a legendary Japanese figure.
I doubt it.
I think that's on the Japanese people to judge.
I doubt Oda would do that. He loves.
But
Japan.
I highly doubt it.
Yes.
All right. From Monkey D. Sparrow, the man returns. How many more arcs and years left for One Piece?
Here we go. 80% quoted this week
from Oda himself.
Christian stated to me this afternoon that he thinks there's 5 years left.
5 years, maybe 6.
Play me your scenario of headcanon where this story ends in 6 years.
If this estimate is correct,
yes,
and it seems like Oda kind of knows what he's talking about because he said 65%, and it kind of lines up with this new estimate.
Yep.
So, my thing is, Wano is the final war.
Okay.
The big final climax war arc. Because I've said it before, you don't have a massive war arc, a little rest with Elbaf, and then another massive war arc with characters you've already seen fight, like Kaido, like Big Mom,
Okay.
all those calamities. What's the point?
Give me a scenario on how this plays out.
Wano, Elbaf, Raftel, end.
6 years.
6 years.
Wano, 3 years.
Yep. Elbaf
Elbaf
1, Raftel 2.
2. Talk to me about Marines and revolutionaries. And
That's the thing. Is that going to be saved?
talk to me about Shanks.
Shanks will be in Elbaf now, because that's freed up.
Okay.
Elbaf freed up.
Okay.
Shanks could also be the ally in Raftel. The Raftel arc could
Talk
be
to
the
me
Shanks
about
arc.
that Navy angle.
The Navy may
Talk to
turn
me.
up.
Talk to me about what Whitebeard said at the end of Marineford.
True, but if everyone's defeated, what's the point of a war?
Talk to me about Zoro versus Mihawk.
Zoro vs. Mihawk end of series.
Okay.
Epilogue stuff.
For me, it doesn't add up. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It doesn't add up. I can't.
Hey man, Oda's got his plan.
He's old. He smokes a lot. I get it.
Is the story about the world
It's
government?
not about the world government.
It's
I
not
get
about
it.
the world government. It's that the world government is the background flavor.
But everyone wants to see Luffy beat Akainu for revenge.
And Aimu. Everyone wants to see what Aimu does.
This is the thing.
Is that for One Piece Z?
I don't think
Luffy
in the
as
same
Pyro
interview,
King- Luffy
in the
as Pyro
same
King-
interview, Oda said
They will not continue it.
that he will not continue it, and when it's done, it's done. Which is whatever. Shueisha own the rights. They'll get
They're
someone
not
else
going to
do it.
Boruto it.
They will.
They won't.
They definitely will.
They will not.
Christian.
One Piece Z it.
My Hero will be done by then. They got nothing to go on with.
Here's the problem. The Navy... Here's the thing. There has to be a foe for the Pyro King to fight. The Navy. You can't get rid of that dynamic.
Okay.
The fishermen people. There's a whole bunch of things that
So you're saying the Navy play out in your mind after the story's done. Like,
Yeah.
you imagine Luffy
The
on
Navy,
the seas.
Navy doesn't get disbanded. The good guys come in to power. So you somehow Akainu gets defeated. Maybe he gets defeated in Raftel.
Everyone's on Raftel.
The battle against Akainu on Raftel.
But
Not another war arc, because I want the backstory of Raftel.
you're not going to get that.
Another battle, another war arc
I don't know.
straight
This
after
is,
Wano.
this is my problem, Christian. Where do all these pieces fit? They don't fit in 3 arcs. They just don't. That's it. That's it.
There are a billion players in Wano.
There is, but there's not all of them.
Missing Blackbeard and the Marines.
Blackbeard and the Marines, huge omission.
Blackbeard...
And the Revolutionaries. What are the Revolutionaries doing? They're in the story for a reason. They're set up in fucking Reverie.
They are for... flavor.
I don't know. For me,
Are
I'm going
they-
to say 10 years, because I can't imagine there being 3 arcs left.
Look, you're probably right.
Including Wano. I can't imagine it. It
You're
doesn't make
probably
sense to
right,
me.
but I'm just preparing for what the man Oda is saying.
I don't, you know, whatever he wants to do, he wants to do.
Whatever Oda is... I'm just saying my thoughts of what Oda is saying. I'm not
Yes.
saying this is going to happen. Probably not. Probably not.
But here we are.
But that might be the timeline if Oda is, going off what he's saying.
He might go to 120%.
Yeah.
Giving you extra story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll see what happens. Christian.
Mm-hmm. That's all the questions.
They can rate the video.
Yeah.
They can subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we should ask some people to subscribe to the channel in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah,
but
well,
we can't really be fucked here. Christian, comment section. Use it, ladies and gentlemen. Discord's open.
I want to see who has a better fan base. And the correct answer is me.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Alright?
Yeah.
If you want to view this power scale, you can do so via Excel or Google Sheets.
Yeah.
You
Don't,
can't,
can you edit it?
no, you can't edit it.
Good.
Alright? Rollout of the power scale is coming along. We're on episode 7.
Yep.
Eventually it'll catch up. SoundCloud's always open. What else? Next week, Christian.
Yep.
Retrospective on Arlong Park, arguably the
Best arc in East Blue?
arguably the start of the One Piece glory. We get a taste in Baratier.
You do get a taste of Baratier, but Arlong Park
starts to put out all the pieces together.
It is good.
Gets rid of the stupid villain, as in Don Creed, and replaces him with a very good villain, Arlong. We'll discuss it, but I'm pretty sure it's a top 5 arc.
Okay.
We'll get into it next week. So join us for that retrospective. Yeah, ask you questions about, the One Piece theory in general. One Piece fandom in general.
Yeah.
We'll do our usual segments as well.
Yeah.
It just replaces the chapter review, which takes 2 hours. But here we are.
This is a fucking long episode, so...
Christian, we had an extra chapter.
We had a very interesting topic of the show.
Alright, I think that's enough for the people.
Shanks is the God King.
Good night.
Too much headroom.
Sit up.
Too much headroom.
The way it usually is.